The Denver Nuggets are just 4 wins away from the NBA championship after sweeping the Los Angeles Lakers. So today on the Board YouTube channel, we put a little bit of a focus on the Lakers. What went wrong in this series and what's next for this team? Are they going to be able to bounce back for next season and get back to this spot and potentially contend for LeBron's 5th NBA championship? Let's get right into it, everybody. The Denver Nuggets are off to the NBA Finals here, and it's at the expense of the Los Angeles Lakers in just 4 games. This was perceived by me and Pips to be a 7-game series. Denver get it done in just 4. So instead of a Game 5 preview, which we were hoping to do today, we're going to be reacting to the series, as I mentioned. So let's get into this one. Denver win in 4 games. Overall, Pips, your reactions to this series, unexpected for sure.
Yeah.
So
unexpected for sure.
Yeah.
I predicted this. I predicted Denver win, of course, but in much more games.
Yes.
Yeah. But let's be honest. Like, this is not like Miami and Boston where one team completely falls apart. These were games. Every game was close. Like 3 minutes with 3 minutes left. I'd say with 5 minutes left. Every game was one possession game.
Mm-hmm.
And last game 3, Lakers had the lead in the 4th and lost by double digits. Yeah, they just didn't look fresh in the last couple of minutes of the game, mostly because LeBron is 38, played 40 minutes in all 3 games, played the entire game in the game 4.
Sorry, just how crazy is that? He's 38. He played 48 minutes of outstanding basketball and also had a triple-double.
I would say he was the best player on the court last night.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, Jokic was great, but he wasn't that great on defense. And LeBron played amazing defense for like 3.5 quarters.
Yeah.
First half, LeBron was best first half performance in the playoffs I ever seen. Like, he was unbelievable on defense. Like, great defense from LeBron, and he was doing everything on offense. One of the most impressive games, first halves I ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of got to him in the second half because, I don't know, people saying only 2 points in the third, didn't get the ball enough. He's 38, playing every second of the game.
At a certain point, you wanted a bit of, like, I hate to say LeBron didn't have help, but at a certain point, you know, your Supermax co-star needs to step up too.
Yeah. So if AD had any kind of decent game in the first half, it could be a blowout win for the Lakers. And when LeBron stopped scoring, they kind of fell apart.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't. I'll be honest. He wasn't not aggressively enough in the second half, and that's true. But let's look why. Like, first half, one of the best ever performances from 38 years old guy, both sides of the court. He was exhausted in the 4th. I don't know what to expect from him. He got you into the 4th and you had the lead, tight game. Someone else needed to step up. No one did. On the other side, you have this kind of sick. So game 4 of the series, we have Mike Porter Jr. 15 points, Aaron Gordon 22 points, Jokic 30 points, KCP made 3 threes, scored 13 points, Jamal Murray with 25 points.
Yeah.
Bruce Brown played low minutes, was 2 out of 3 of like. Everyone on the other side contributed very well. Kind of difficult to win the games, especially in the second half. Like, first half, Denver didn't play well. Second half, LeBron kind of get a bit tired, and on the other side, everything was working for for Denver Nuggets, so they won easily.
Yeah, every game, like you said, came down to the last few minutes. This is a series it sounds weird. The Lakers could have won all four of these games. They came down to the small details late, and I guess the small details were the big shots. How consistently Jokic came through with big buckets. He had the winning layup. He bullied through. Was it AD and Schroeder right at the end of this game to put the Nuggets up 113, 111? That was the winning bucket. Jamal Murray has gone nuclear late game situations. Michael Porter Jr. has had big shots. Bruce Brown has had big shots. And on the Lakers side, Austin Reeves was massive in the clutch in this series. LeBron didn't get like a vintage LeBron. Like, you got output. You didn't get vintage LeBron in the clutch. AD definitely struggled. Maybe not quite yesterday, but in late game situations, limited output from Schroeder. And like no output from D'Angelo Russell in this series. Yeah, like the team that is the better team, the Denver Nuggets, won this series for sure. And they just had a deeper roster with bigger contributions all over the place. Like when Jokic struggles in, what was it, game 3, he really struggled. A lot of guys come through and just fill up the stats so that, even though Jokic isn't at his MVP level, the Nuggets still have enough offense and still have enough win.
Denver has the best player in the series by
Yeah.
far, best player in the league. And then you have the second guy scoring 31, 37, 37, 25.
Yeah.
Second best guy very efficiently.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have Gordon playing amazing defense and scoring 22 points in the game 4. KCP making 13 threes over the 4 games. Michael Porter playing the best basketball of his career.
Yeah. Best I've ever seen him.
Yeah. And then outside of these 5 guys, you have Bruce Brown with huge performances in game 1, game 2, game 3. That's kind of so. Their
the
6
team
players
is very well built.
Yeah, their 6th player is Bruce Brown, and if you take a look on the Lakers, their 6th player is D'Angelo Russell or Dennis Schroeder and
or Tristan Thompson for game 4.
Yeah, that was amazing to see in elimination game, but his minutes were kind of okay.
Mm-hmm.
He did hold his own on some spots, but when I saw the out of timeout possession, they went like elimination game for the Lakers 2023. Out of timeout possession was to post up Tristan Thompson.
Yeah. 6 weeks ago, this guy was on NBA Today. He was on ESPN doing some shows. Today, he was getting a play call post up for him in the NBA, or yesterday in the conference final.
I'll say this: he showed more effort than AD did.
That's true, especially in the first half. AD kind of went out sad, and it was unfortunate to see that was the reality of this. But like we said, end of the day, Nuggets were the better team. They showed it and deserve this series. I don't think 4-0 reflects, like when you look back on this one, people will look back. LeBron got swept in this one. I don't think 4-0 reflects how this series went. It was a lot closer, but like we said at the end, the Nuggets came through in the big moments. The Lakers did not. So we'll have plenty of opportunity to talk about the Nuggets going forward. They have another series to play. I imagine we will favor them for the NBA Finals, but we'll get to that. We'll see. Let's talk a little bit more about the Lakers here to end off. What is next for the Lakers and coaching? Let's go to coaching first of all. Darvin Ham, first year with the team, got them to the conference finals, took a team that had a horrible start, got them to this point, full credit to that, but did not have a great series coaching-wise. Do you think Darvin Ham's job is completely safe for this offseason, or do you think the Lakers could consider looking for an upgrade?
I think he did a good job, actually. He didn't do well in couple of things in this series, but first 2 series he was kind of great.
Yeah,
my opinion.
I agree.
He was great in the first against the Memphis. really did a good job against Golden State Warriors. Also did some good adjustments and stuff. This series, I think the only point where we can talk about it is benching D'Angelo Russell for Rui Hachimura. Other than that, I think he tried a lot of things, even playing Tristan Thompson. Like
Gotta be desperate. You gotta be
you need
desperate to do that.
you need to have some guts to do that, and it looked kind of it didn't look bad at all. So also, I don't know, with D'Angelo Jackson being expired and you need him next season even to play or to sign and trade and need to be in good relationship with him, that could also have some effect in this. I know it's huge season on the line and stuff, but we don't know what's happening. Like you have some guys that are okay with being benched, and we have some guys that maybe are not okay with being benched. So that could also affect this. But the Lakers are in trouble. They traded for Vanderbilt and Beasley, and then couldn't play in the playoffs. D'Angelo Russell couldn't be played in the most important series of the season.
Mhm.
Not only that he couldn't play, when he played, he was the worst player on the court by far. So, like that's your three guys that you put, and then you get above average return from Rui Hachimura, who you got almost like for free.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that trade.
yeah. So kind of trade looked great for regular season, but in the playoffs, that second trade didn't look great at all. You didn't play any of these guys. You was playing Schroeder 30 plus minutes, which is kind of yeah. I'm probably a lot higher on Schroeder than most of the people, but still, it's rough. Rui Hachimura was great in this series, but is Rui Hachimura that great of a player? Yeah, he played great playoffs this season, but him being your third scoring option in this kind of
Yeah.
rough. All Austin Reeves first great season. Like this is almost like a rookie season from Austin Reeves, like or sophomore season for. I mean, he was great, but still very inexperienced young player, just having breakout season. So and also they probably won't be able to hold onto him. So
I think they have to. I know it's just like 3/4, half a year where he's really exploded, but like this guy's too important. You can't lose him.
yeah,
He's
but
eligible.
how do they match the
So he's eligible for a 4-year, $80 million contract. So he's eligible for $20 million a year. D'Angelo Russell, I don't know what he's going to be asking for. He's not getting 30 million again. And if a team does give him that, the Lakers should just be like, all right, man, like feel free to take that money.
yeah.
I'd open up that cap space immediately. 20 million is not crazy to be able to make room for. That's certainly something they can do. A lot of guys are coming off of the books this year. Obviously, you still have LeBron and AD making over $40 million, but there is certainly some room here for them to make money. Malik Beasley is a $16 million player option. You could consider taking that.
You don't even consider it. I
So,
don't think
okay,
if he is not play if you are not playing him in the playoffs,
that's
no
true.
player should get over 10 millions if he is not playable in the
So
playoffs.
you can move on from him, and there's money available to make Reeves work. I would expect the Lakers pay him. Shot maker, handles
Yeah,
the ball well, big player in the playoffs, like showed up in the big moments of the playoffs more than maybe anybody on this team. Like just the 3-point shot making late games in this series was incredible. You got to keep him. Like you just have to keep him, I think.
yeah,
So
I agree.
got to do that. Hachimura has a qualifying offer, 8.5 million. I would keep him. It's not too much to invest in Hachimura. The cap's going to go up. That's less.
Hachimura is still 25 years old. Like there is still some upside
Oh, for
for
sure, for
him.
sure.
Yeah,
So keep him. See what you can get from him. That's like less than a mid-level exception is going to be next season. So, there's options for the Lakers here. And at the end of the day, it's LA. and it's LA coming off of it's the Lakers side of LA with respect to the Clippers. It's the purple and gold coming off of conference finals. There are going to be players who want to sign here. There is every year. I think they will be okay. I don't think they'll be perceived as a contender going into the season. I don't think they'll make any big moves enough to do that, but they'll be a playoff team. And as we saw this year, maybe just getting LeBron, AD, and a good supporting cast to the playoffs is enough to challenge for a title, because I think they were good enough to win this year. I didn't think so, but once we got to the conference finals, I think that was a team that was good enough to get over the line. Just needs maybe a little bit more depth. But
they played finals before the finals. Denver is just amazing. So
yeah,
so
they threw this team together in February. Amazing to even get to this point, but a little bit more fine tuning and a full season being competent, I think will do this team do this team really well for next season. So LeBron talked about retirement. He's not retiring. He's coming back. He's got $47 million waiting for him. He's coming back. He's playing. He's hungry. You saw the hunger from him in that game, so he's coming back. But
maybe it's just a thing for him to get started into the season in December or Christmas time to get
take some time off.
Yeah, take some time off.
Watch his son.
At that age, that's not even a crazy thing, but it's difficult to make playoffs without your best player.
For sure. I think he'll be there. I think he'll be there.
Yeah.
Load managing, and missing maybe back-to-backs, but I think he's going to be there. So final thoughts, 4-0 series. Doesn't really reflect what happened, but Denver were the better team. Not comfortably, but they were the better team. And I think that they are going to be the better team regardless of who they play in the NBA Finals. So I'm excited for that series. Not excited for the big break that we have. But the Lakers, they will be okay. So that'll do it for that series. Make sure you catch tomorrow. We recorded this yesterday when you're watching this. So either tomorrow is a Game 5 preview for the Heat Celtics, or it is like this, a series review if the Miami Heat did sweep the Boston Celtics. So tune in tomorrow on the board channels, whether you're in the audio feeds or on YouTube. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. Rate and review 5 stars if you are on those podcast feeds. Drop a like if you did enjoy me and Pips. We will see you tomorrow for some more NBA playoff content here on the Board YouTube channel.